In Gran Turismo 7, I've always been an A-rated driver, and I never thought that would change until I saw this week's daily race B. 5 laps of Nürburgring Sprint. And after I set a pretty fast time, I was 262nd in the world. And so with one of my favourite tracks and a driver rating that looks like this, could we make it to the rank where 0.2% of players get to? In race 1, we're starting in 2nd, sandwiched between 2 A+ drivers. And as the race starts, we manage to stay in 2nd, where there's a little bit of contact behind. And now my main focus is just to stay behind the Ferrari in front and try catch up. We just need to pray that the people behind us start battling so the pair of us can pull away. And it seems like we're pretty lucky. The gap behind is now up to 1.2 seconds, and at this point I'm right behind the Ferrari. So as we run up to the hill, we slowly approach the chicane. At this point I'm 0.1 seconds behind him, so I'm going to try and dive bomb into the next turn. I look for it, but the gap just isn't there. But we're going to try and get a slingshot around the chicane, and luckily he does mess up, so we go down the inside. It's still going to be quite a fight, but with the inside of the turn, we're almost definitely going to have it. And as we power through, we're just in front of him. It's a great position to be in, but the fight's not over yet, and here's where I make my stupid mistake. I just leave the door open and invite him to take the position. I try fight it, but really I know deep down he's got the position sorted, and he parks it on the exit. On my next attack, he blocks the position nicely, so I just have to just surrender. And after all this fighting, the guy behind is caught up, but he gets shunted off the track. Just one corner later, the same happens with the Porsche. So on lap 2, I'm still thinking about getting this position, but on the next turn, I just touch the grass and go slightly wide. I lose about 2 or 3 tenths of a second. As he made a mistake on the exit, I'm 6 tenths behind, but gaining rapidly. We're still too far away. And on lap 3, it's the same story. But when I'm coming up the chicane, my car jumps and I make a big mistake. We're now 8 tenths behind the leader and half a second between me and third. On the next lap, we set the fastest lap. And now it's the final lap, I know how to give it my everything. On the first turn, we go for a late lunge, but we're just not in front of him, so we had to back out. And in the next couple of turns, it's still the same story, but at least I'm right behind him. The gap's 3.5 tenths, so I just need to keep it behind him, and maybe at the long straight at the back, we could go for the dive bomb. So, Algeria sim race in front of me in the Ferrari, and I'm in the Porsche. I need to get a good exit round these turns, same with this turn, I need to get a good exit, and it seems like I do. We're now right behind Algeria sim race, 0.04 seconds, and gaining. This is where we need to make the dive bomb. But as I look at it now, we're just still too far behind. Can I go for the dive bomb? I don't think so. I brake a little bit earlier so I can get a better exit out the chicane. I really eat these curbs, and he slides quite a bit. He goes defensive, so I have to go left. I'm going to try pull it out the outside or do the switcheroo, and the switcheroo is a better option. And now it's just a slow power to the line, but we just can't make it. We're in second behind the Ferrari, and we're 0.095 off of him. And now for the moment of truth, what's my driver rating looking like? But we're still just an A. I go to the garage to open the reward, and look how worn my fuel is. Let's just open this gift real quick. Kind of a dead one. For Maserati MC20 if anyone's interested. Okay, we're third. That's not that bad, and there's loads of A+ drivers swarming us. We already know how fast the guy in front of us is, so the one in front of him is going to be even faster. So at the start of this race, I made a really stupid mistake, and I basically braked way too early. I let the Ferrari go on my left, and then around me. I then didn't have the power to match his speed, so we got on the inside for the next turn, and I had to tuck in behind him. If you look at the first 2 people, we want them to fight and us not to fight, so we hopefully catch up with them. But I guess that's not the case when I don't really see him having that much pace. I stay right behind him here, and I'm still right behind him. I even give him a bit of a touch. So here, I have the perfect opportunity to go for a lunge. So I point to the inside and go for it. It's quite late, and I end up making contact with him, but it's more or less fine. The gap to the 2 people in front of us is 1.1 seconds at the moment. And by the chicane, they even end up making contact. This is so good for us as we're going to be gaining loads of time. And this is where something big happens in the race. As they're going down this turn, the white Ferrari obviously needs to gain time and ends up making a huge mistake. It's just his wide line, grabs the grass and spins around. With a gap of 1.3 seconds, we really need to catch up. The race gets even worse for the Ferrari as he makes contact getting back onto the track. Meanwhile, it's time for us to set some really quick times, and for the start of lap 3, we set the fastest lap of the race. At this point, we just need to focus on being consistent and pulling away from the person behind us, and also catching the Ferrari. The Ferrari's next lap is 0.3 seconds faster than us and is a 1:26.2. But now it's the final lap and we really need to watch it because the Ferrari from earlier is right behind us. I defended him right in the middle of the track, so he has to go round or on the inside. And I basically have the position until he completely barges me away. I'm going to try and stay unbiased, but it is kind of my turn and he does kind of drive into me. Let me know what you think, but as we come up to the line, I just don't have the speed to get past him.
Bruh.
We are literally right on the line. We've like maxed out. This time we're starting in third with the same guy in first, but a different guy in second. And so as we pursue our third race, I'm feeling pretty confident. We're so close to A+. Besides from the fact that I've got that second place in front of me. And again, I've got that stupid multicoloured Ferrari next to me. But as long as I defend the position, I'll be fine, right? No, some idiot decided to leave the door open, so now we're stuck in fourth. All we need to do now is try and keep it right behind the Ferrari and then form an overtake. But quickly. It's only a 5-lap race, so if we want to win this, we really need to be catching up and quick. For the rest of the lap, we're just following the Ferrari around, keeping quite close to him. And then the chicane, I'm ready to make a move. I'm currently thinking about going for a dive bomb, but I go right and play it safe. Over the mounds, and he makes a huge mistake. Eat my dust, Ferrari. That's an easy position made, and now we're only 1.5 seconds away from second and first. Interestingly, it's 3 abreast behind, so hopefully we can just get on with it and catch them up and leave these guys behind. So now all I've got to do is catch these 2 in front, and they're battling pretty hard. To my surprise, the same Algeria sim race guy has got half a second penalty, and as the 2 swap positions, I know the white Ferrari will come reeling into me. And straight after he serves his penalty, he's this far away. Just too far to go for the overtake, but maybe I can set it up in the next couple of turns. Again, I'm getting closer, I'm just focusing on getting on the back of him and then we can go for the move. And at the end of lap 4, an opportunity arises. So I can think about going for the position or just not. I decide not to and wait for it. We've still got another lap. I hit the curbs really nicely and here I'm ready to go for the position. Can I go for the dive bomb on the inside? And yes I do. We make a slight bit of contact, but it's kind of fair. And we got the run on him. It was a bit of an argy-bargy move, but we got it done, and that's what the main focus is. Still right behind me right now, so I need to try cover off the position and get to the inside straight away. For turn 1, I position my car really nicely, but he just goes into the back of me and basically rams me. I swear this is on purpose, he literally comes off the brakes and then comes back on them. Really annoying, but I kinda did the same thing, not really as bad, but I think I can still catch him. But that might be one of those dreams that just died because he's already 0.9 seconds away from me and I don't think I can really catch up. Through the chicane for the last time, eating a huge amount of those curbs and getting on the power early. He does slide a little bit, but I'm going to look at down there and it's not really enough. We finish in third, but the big question is, what is my driver rating? And we're not there yet, it's literally on the end. We do a little bit of qualifying to try and improve my lap time, but it ends up going horribly. And to make it worse, we're now down to 287th in the world. Second, behind that same guy. If we're gonna win any race, it's got to be this one. We're so close to A+. Through the first turn, there's quite a big pile-up with one of the Ferraris forgetting to use their brakes, but I just get a tiny tap from that, and I'm just gonna focus on the guy in front of me. After the first turn, there's already a 1 second gap between me and third, so I know I just need to catch first and race him. Throughout the first lap, we're quite evenly paced, so if I just keep at this distance, I'll catch up along the straights. But by the end of the chicane, it's around the same, so I'm just gonna focus on getting a good exit here. And this is where it comes massively into my favour, as he makes a huge mistake and I just get past him. It's not over yet though, as he is still on the inside. I try and hold it around the outside and my car grips up and I can power through it. When I get onto the straight, I'm ready. As soon as I get in front of him, I'm going to play it defensive and go to the inside. He goes to the left and takes the optimal racing line, so I'm going to go wide at the end of this turn to cover it off. Make a little bit of contact, but I'm staying quite defensive and it's all legal. It seems like I've been blessed because in this next sector I gain quite a lot of time. By the end of the back straight I'm already 0.6 seconds in front of him, which is not enough to go for the move. Next I set the fastest lap and I can start feeling the A+. And on the next lap I set the fastest lap again. We're already on lap 4. Right now the gap to second place is slowly rising. And on the last turn of the last lap, I turn up the radio and cross the finish line in first. And when I clicked on my profile, we had finally made it to A+. Unfortunately, I wasn't filming a reaction, but this is exactly how I sounded. What an amazing feeling it is to finally get in that top rank and where 0.2% of players are.